Welcome to Bucharest, Romania.
It's the scene of high drama as the best FIFA players go on the journey towards the FIFA E-World Cup 2020. Last season, we had twists and turns throughout the year in the FIFA Global Series.
Players took part in dozens of tournaments all around the world with just one goal on their mind.
The FIFA E-World Cup.
Tex took the field by storm, and at times, the young Englishman looked totally unplayable with win after win.
Defending champion MS Dasari made a gallant defence of his E-World Cup crown, pushing his rival Tex all the way.
Then there was a young Argentine Nicolas with ice in his veins, who dominated his side of the competition.
And so to London. 16 PS4 players
And 16 Xbox players qualified for the main event.
The FIFA E-World Cup.
So who would be crowned the new king? For Tex, it wasn't to be after elimination in the group stages.
MS Dasari challenged right up until the final, but he faced a German in his best ever form.
And that was Mo Abba, who proved the surprise package of the tournament, beating Nicolas and Dasari to take the title.
A new season. Could we have a new name on the FIFA E-World Cup trophy?
Last year was an incredible ride, but tension is already building here.
Yes, this is FUT Champions Cup Stage 2.
In 3 days' time, we're going to be crowning a champion of the second major of the season. So will South American dominance pay off? Will MS Dasari make a move?
Or will Tex continue his winning streak? He's currently unbeaten, having won FUT Champions Cup Stage 1 10-0.
Well, in case you missed it, and if you did, question what you're doing with your life. But because we're nice, we made this just for you. The FIFA Global Series got started with a bang in Bucharest 2 weeks ago, as Fnatic's Tex surprised no one by winning the first major event of the season for the third year in a row.
But the tournament wasn't only about one winner. South America showed the strength of its competitive scene in a major way, with West Ham Yargo and Wolves for Filza making deep runs into the competition.
The reigning FIFA E-World Cup champion Mo Abba and the self-proclaimed king of the jungle MS Dasari suffered surprising early eliminations, and both will be looking for the revenge this weekend.
And the first event of the season was not without drama, as Lyrics traded barbs with Rafsu and Yargo borrowed a celebration from Maestro, much to the Frenchman's displeasure.
And now the best of the best have had to fight to be back on the big stage, and all are ready to shine again in the capital of Romania.
This is FUT Champions Cup Stage 2. So we're back in Bucharest, and Jim, you caught up with the finalists, didn't you?
Yes, we had a little chat in the Players' Lounge before the tournament got started.
I didn't expect to win the first tournament.
I'm not buying what you're saying.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Ask
anyone at the event. I didn't think I was going to win. I didn't think I was very good, but I played a few games and I was playing decent, so I knew I had a chance to win. But this one, I might have really done too much. I just do the same thing, and if I enjoy myself, then hopefully I win again. But
do you think people are doing their homework on you since they've seen you play?
Yeah, I know. Like everyone tries to watch what I do, and everyone tries to do it, and some people do it, but hopefully it's not enough to beat me and I keep on winning.
Well, best of luck to you on that. And then, what do you learn from Stage 1 that you can apply to this tournament?
Maybe some games I just need to just believe in myself. But I think my defense is good. And this tournament I want to do the same, and I am in for it pretty much.
All right. What if you take on this guy again? What happens?
Yeah, it's really tough to play against him. He made a really good PS4 game play, the first leg, but second leg I couldn't do nothing. Okay. But yeah, this time I think I'm ready.
We're moments away from kickoff, so how important is this competition?
It's all about the points, and we've got 2,000 of them available here. And if you look at the table, you can see how important that is.
Yes, there's 2,000 points for every FUT Champions Cup, 2,000 points for a FIFA Major, then it goes down to 850 for licensed qualifying events and some of the official league partner events too.
And then there's the Weekend League, where 30 points are available every month. Also, we gotta talk about the big money.
Tex has already walked away with $50,000 as the Stage 1 Grand Champion, with runner-up Wolves for Filza taking away $30,000. Can Tex double up? He'll certainly have some competition.
And yes, there is a long way to go, so let's have a look at some of the key players here this weekend. And we're gonna look at PS4 first, where there's Wolves for Filza, the defending FIFA E-World Cup champion Mo Abba, Tuga, West Ham Yago, Maestro, #Harry. What a list!
Then over on the Xbox side of things, we all know about Tex. But MS Dasari will be looking to redeem himself after an early exit in Stage 1. The German Nraseck is here, SCP Diogo, lyrics, lots of competition on that console as well, Jimmy. So we're moments away from the action, so let's quickly go through the format.
Over the next 3 days, we've got 64 players with 32 on each console. And day 1, it's all about the Swiss format.
That means 5 rounds and you need to get 3 wins. Every round you play someone with the same record as you. So if you win, you play another winner. You lose, it's a loser. You need a 3-2 record or better to get through to day 2.
Day 2, it's the round of 16 for each console and the quarterfinals, and then it's Championship Sunday with the 4 console semifinals, then the 2 console finals, and finally the cross-console final, which will help us name the grand champion.
We're all set, and coming up next, all the action from day 1.
Welcome back to Bucharest, and now let's kick off with our first match, Houston versus Stokes.
Welcome along, everybody. Obviously, the first game of the day. We're about to kick off the Swiss format.
We've got Stokes on the PlayStation side for the first time. Of course, he was the Xbox playoff champion last year.
Playing the ball back in, and Vieira's found space here, and Neymar opens the account here in Bucharest. Eusebio instead. Zidane's going to travel with the ball at his feet, and that's a great ball in to Johan Cruyff. Turns back! And Houston answers back, 2-2 now. And he hasn't had many shots on target, but when he has, he's made them count.
But just the final moments, and maybe one final chance, and it's going to be there. And that's going to be Houston behind for so long in this game.
And what a game that was to start. 7-goal thriller.
It's always good to see a smile on his face as well, because if you know Houston and you've met him outside of when he's playing, like always one of the happiest people around, always got a smile on his face.
Cruyff away from his man, back inside here to R9. It's beautiful from Tom Stokes! And he's managed to turn this one around. It's 3-1 in game, 6-5 on aggregate. And I could watch these two play all day. Here's another Argentine, Lionel Messi. You can't give him space on that left foot. And one man you can't give any space to is R9 Ronaldo. And at the death, Houston goes into the lead, 7-6 on aggregate in stoppage time. This has been fun.
In one of the best opening Swiss rounds we've seen in recent tournament history.
I tried some new custom tactics, so yeah, if I can have a good defense, I think I can win the PlayStation 4 side and maybe the tournament.
What a match. Let's have a look at some of the other games from the Swiss rounds on day 1.
Tundra Mazazari versus Kalen FIFA, and it's 3-3 on aggregate at the moment. And what a result this could be for Kalen.
And the South African community will be absolutely loving what they're seeing from their boy here. You know, the South African can come forward right at the death here, right at the end of this first half of extra time! What a goal that is!
Dasari's not happy about it. Kalen apologises with Messi, but don't apologise for that goal. It was a beautiful turn, beautiful spin.
We are going to the penalty spot, Dan.
Kalen has to score.
He has to score here, otherwise Dasari will take home the win. Ronaldo steps up!
So I'm confident. I love playing Season 2, so I've won 3 of them. So we're going for the fourth.
This man on your screen right now for Filza was the PlayStation 4 champion just a few weeks ago, 5-0 in Swiss. On the other side of that for Mo Albert, went out in Swiss. Not a good performance from him. Just in and around the edge of the box as well. Wait for the shot. Who's going to take the shot? Vieira will take it on the rebound. Surely. It's been coming though from Mo Albert in this second half. Attack after attack. And a second in this game, Mo Albert will be a fantastic advantage from into this second leg. Plays back inside Mbappe. He's fresh. He's going to get a goal as well. An incredible last 5 minutes in this first leg from the German. Oh no, that could be a mistake. That's a mistake from Filza. He's going to be punished. He knows it as well. Anything, just look for an extra goal to enjoy this win as he'll go 2-0 in Swiss. One-on-one up against the keeper, Eusebio. Hill-to-hill, gets round him and runs it straight into the back of the net.
On the counter-attack, lovely timed heel-to-heel there. I'm very, very, very impressed by that performance from Mo Albert.
I feel good. Yeah, first time in FIFA 20, I feel good because it was a game like I love it against a great player, not like one who's first tournament who don't want to give me the ball.
He scored 3 goals, looking for another one. There's your ball roll. Back inside into Eusebio. Can he finish it? Will nearly get a rebound, but still not dealt with. R9 turns back to goal. There's a 7th in this game, 5th in this matchup. Harry is looking on fire at the moment. We are going to leave that game because it is, it's over, Richard, at the end of the day. It's 8-3. We're jumping to an all-UK matchup over on Xbox.
And this is really, really big because both of these two players 0-1. If this game does finish as it is and Crafty gets to get another goal here to take himself 5-3 up.
Mbappe, back to Pele, went for the shot. And, I'm going to finish your sentence, Richard, at the end of the day. He was in the Xbox console final.
Yeah. 2
penalties scored each, 3 missed from each player here. Saved again.
Lyrics, another opportunity. Zinedine Zidane, 12 yards out, scores and wins. 1-1 FUT Lyrics, the console finalist 2 weeks ago, gets his first win on the board here in Bucharest.
Nraseck is always going to be good at FIFA.
If you're crazy enough to go through with predictions, you're kind of like, you're not going to say Nraseck. You'd be considered to be, being a little bit left field because of the fact that, he doesn't have a lot of wins behind him. And here comes Nraseck.
Beautiful ball in. What a goal that is. Almost out of nowhere. It's been all Dasari in the second half so far, but just so simple. Just a ball inside. R9 finds Eusebio, and he just had too much space. Dasari not managing to get a centre-back close enough.
So we had upsets in our
First FUT champion, stage 1! But Dasari doesn't want to be the name that's upset again here at stage 2. Zinedine Zidane finds space. But here is that injection of pace now from Dasari. This is why he's so good. The ball falls back to him. And it's just that ability to put that foot on the gas from Dasari. He gets fortunate, yes, on the rebound. Pressure from Nraseck trying to win the ball back. Space here for Pele. Acres of space! And Dasari again has taken the lead here at the death.
We're going to now look at the standings. Who is 3-0 so far in this tournament? We're going to start with Xbox first. We have Megabit, Emma Dasari, Diogo, and Jamie. I think Jamie's probably the biggest surprise. The other 3, not that much of a surprise. I think those are names. We're like, all right, cool, I could see that. And now on the PS4 side, Mo Abba, well, given his performance last time when he got knocked out of the Swiss format in stage 1, here he is, doing well into day 2. Gravison, Maestro, and Crazy, all those players, top players, and outside of Mo Abba had made it to the knockout rounds in stage 1 as well. And then on PS4, these are the players that are going home.
I put Stefano Pina down
Lucas
to win
Rep.
the thing.
So Pina just obviously lost against
Elites.
Joxan, so I didn't know what the result was, and obviously that says that Joxan won. And Lucas Rep, didn't he get to the semi-finals 2 weeks ago?
He did. He did. He was a top 4 player
Wow.
2 weeks ago. And then Kalen, we talked highly about him after he took Emma Dasari to penalties, is going home after 3 games. Good experience for him. Sarge, Trigga, and GN.
Who would have predicted we'd have been sat here at what time is it, out of curiosity? Here.
In Bucharest time, it's
5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. The tournament's been live 4 hours, and Tex might be eliminated.
This is the guy that won the tournament just 10 days ago. Yes, and that will be played short. Yes, it will. Garincha. Over on this left-hand side, Eusebio with a chance! Jackson with a goal as well for Tex. No reaction from him. He knows he's still got a massive job to do. Into the man, look at that run from Mbappe on the far hand side. Eusebio, ball roll round the goalie, and Tex will score again and extend his goal advantage to 3 goals. And you feel like that really is the nail in the coffin for Joey.
If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. Like, first game of the day I played awful. Against Nraseck, that's probably the best I played today, and I lost. So it's just the game we play, so we've got to move on.
Elimination football here in Bucharest, Romania. This is only round 4. Round 5 is going to be even spicier. Back to, that's the mistake!
There? Look at the reaction from him.
Spider-Kong could only just look over and glance. Spider-Kong from top 4 10 days ago to going out in Swiss in day 1.
How the mighty have fallen.
For Filza versus Greek Freak, this is another elimination game. Both of these players 1 and 2. I wonder whether for Filza will be another one of those fall from grace.
Well, I'm sure the Wolves man isn't going to want to go out the tournament here on day number 1. And when he's coming forward like this, you'll be surprised to see him go home. 1-0 here to Filza. Beautiful movement here for Filza. That's special.
2-2, you know, he had a very interesting, first 3 rounds of Swiss. He came into round 4 at 1-2, so it was an elimination game in round 4. Had to go and win that game. Was able to pick up that all-important win. Now he's in round 5 against this man who was 2-0. Alexander was 2-0, Richard, in his games. Lost 2 on the bounce. And now he finds himself in round 5 as well. So to be honest, this game really could go anywhere.
Fanatic Tex, who's got a chance here. Early doors, Garincha into Eusebio. Breaks the deadlock in the first 3 minutes. Fanatic Tex, 1-0 open, a perfect start.
Saviour now looking for a 4 towards the back post. Is that easy for him? Tex is on fire right now. So good.
I was 1-2, so I went outside and I FaceTimed #Tom, and I just started venting. I started just like, I was angry, so I just FaceTimed Tom and I just like started venting my feelings to him. And then I came back in and I felt better about myself. So
they did face each other last time in the quarterfinals in Bucharest. It was a 2-1 victory for Filza, a really closely contested game.
Houston, maybe with the first chance, beautiful Elastico, and Houston burst into life here in this elimination game.
And there was a fantastic Elastico as well.
The ball falls to Eusebio, heel to heel, across goal now! And that's what happens when you go across goal. For Filza answers back almost immediately. As Eusebio goes straight up the other end, plays the ball into R9, and boy, we are in for a game here. 2-1 to Houston. Filza, who was down by 3 goals in this game, has a chance to win it here! The comeback is complete! For Filza, might have pulled off a miracle here in Bucharest.
Yeah, it was a really crazy match. When he scored the 4th goal, I was thinking I cannot lose this game. I didn't give up, and yeah.
So day 1 ends, and what did we tell you? It was going to be a ton of excitement. Tex gave his fans a real scare, while MS Desari and Mo Abba, well, they handled the early stages in real style.
But what about some of the other names? We, of course, had Romadami, Tuga, Paulo Neto, and we had the runner-up from FUT Champions Cup Stage 1 for Filza. But he had a bit of a fright.
So on to day 2 and the round of 16 for each console. It's Nraseck, he's taking on Jambo. And then you have Nraseck, who's taking on Sammy. As you said earlier, Rachel, Sammy's been very good in taking down some big names, right? But Nraseck could be facing Nraseck. They've already faced each other, and Nraseck's beaten them the last 2 times. That's crazy. Give me the
Mike's got something to say.
Okay,
I'm ready to go.
Okay, give it. And then Lyrics is playing Sackle. That's crazy, right? And then you have FUT with Jamie, who had 4 wins, and he gets rewarded by playing Tex.
Ouch.
That is that side is. I mean, that is loaded.
It's ridiculous.
So Mike, talk to us about the other side.
All right, so we could see a couple of rematches here.
We could
on that end. Now on the other side, you got Diogo going up against.
Yeah, it's Icaro.
Yeah. I don't know how to call that, but I did say Diogo, I think, is going to go on a run. I said that from the very beginning.
Right. Let's take a look at the PS4 knockout rounds now and see what this looks like, because I expect it to be pretty good. We got Crazy doing some work up there at the top.
Versus
Maestro.
my man George.
That's
Let's
it.
go.
Hashtag Harry versus Fafilza. Harry cannot be happy with that. Gravison has been excellent today too, quietly being excellent. He takes on Stokes.
But Crazy up there taking on George. Hasn't he gone undefeated so far in Swiss? Quarter-finalist, I think it was, last time out. I mean, he's got to be one to watch to kind of go all the way on that side as well. He's got Fafilza in that bracket, but otherwise, is that more open?
He's somehow done it under the radar as well. We don't really
Yeah,
talk
we haven't really
about
spoken about
Clash
him
Crazy that often, but he just went undefeated.
I'm really excited to get into this game. Obviously, our first time of actually getting to see Gravison and Stokes in the Global Series this year.
The first attack of the game and the first goal as well. Fantastic finish from Neymar. And Gravison getting things moving in the first half. Fantastic performance in day 1 of the competition yesterday. Chance for 2 maybe for Gravison. Back to goal, and he's done so well with Neymar. I think Tom Stokes is asking questions about how he's been able to squeeze that one in the near post. Pass to Stegen.
Well, while I'm doing here my interview, my coach is watching the game against Fafilza. I know Harry is kind of a really good player. Like, some people sleep on Harry. Like, he's a really good player. Yeah, you know, he does some memes on Twitter and stuff, but he's a really strong player. So I think it's going to be a tough match. It's going to be decided by 1 or 2 goals. And I want that top 4 spot, man.
FUT was Lyrics against Focus Sakor. We are going to join it. A very controversial moment in which Sakor has given away a penalty. This is going to be a penalty though that falls to Lyrics, and it could be a chance for him to have an emphatic turnaround. He was clearly 2-0 down in this game, coming into it, scores it as well of R9 in the right bottom corner. Sakor knows it's game over. There's the celebration from Lyrics, and Lyrics will move on once again to the next stage of the tournament. Current E-World Cup champion in Moalba up against Gabri, the Italian player.
It's game over.
No idea where he wanted to go, and that'll be full-time. Moalba moves through to the quarterfinals, and as you said, Richard, what 10 days can do in competitive FIFA from a man that crashed out in Swiss and really did look defeated, didn't know how he wanted to play this game.
We're going to be going to Fnatic Tex versus FUT with Jamie.
Simply just can't find that ball to Messi, and
frustrating right now. You saw the offside trap. He's got acres of room.
There's a risk when you play it into R9. And unfortunately, it looks like it will be the end of the road for the Australian.
And we're in for a penalty shootout right now. In the round of 16, Diogo and Icaro.
For Diogo, can it be 2 out of 2? It will be.
Great penalty as well.
CR7, you'd put your house on him to score. Steps up for Icaro. No, you'd probably lose your house. Neymar.
This is it.
To win it. And scores! He will be going through to a quarter-final. You can see what it means to that Portuguese community that are here in Bucharest. Tuga's got the job done. Diogo's got the job done as well. We're not done yet, though. Roma Dami against JRA Lion. Can we see another chance for him? Drag back. The ball just didn't roll the way it wanted to. You save it back inside. Maybe it will. And Dami will put himself in front on the stroke of half-time and extra time. R9, the man that will put him into the lead.
We're getting down to crunch time now with some big names in the console quarterfinals. On the PS4 side of things, we have Moaba, Harry, Maestro, and Tuga.
And on the Xbox, it's a star-studded field. We have still got Tex, MS Sassari, Nraseck and Lyrics, plus 2 Brazilians in the form of Vinny and Gabriel.
In the quarterfinals, we've got every player now on the main stage. This is where business really starts to ramp up because, of course, we've got those master spots on the line now. So all the players are going to be desperate to avoid those qualifiers and get through into those top 4.
So I think this is a different Clash Crazy. I think we have a chance for him to show us what he's made of against Maestro.
Having found himself in the latter stages of back-to-back tournaments, maybe this is the time for us to start taking this young man seriously as we get into our PlayStation 4 quarterfinals between Crazy and Maestro. Well, here is Maestro in that final third, and as you say, being patient, looking for the space in behind. You can see the little run there from R9, but instead goes to Pele on the left foot! And that's a little bit of a gift there from Crazy. Moved that goalkeeper too early.
No reason why he can't win this.
Well, again, it's Cristiano Ronaldo dropping deep here, R9. This is where it's dangerous, and you can see exactly why. Gets himself into that 1v1 situation with the centre-back, and the fact that he can turn either way, he's so deadly on either foot, means the tackle had to come in. A penalty here to Crazy, and an opportunity to tie this game up. R9 steps up, and he puts it away.
Easy as you like. Straight down the middle.
Ronaldo's managed to find the ball into Ruud Gullit, and he's found the ball back to Ronaldo. Nothing fortunate about that one for Crazy. Sabio fights for the badge for Crazy and fights for a PS4 semi-final spot. The ball rolls out of play, and Crazy does it again. He's into the PlayStation 4 semi-finals, taking down Vitality's Maestro, and this man is one to watch this year.
And he guarantees himself a spot in FUT Champions Cup Stage 3. They check the VAR. He does go through.
Okay, so Masters is at stake. If you win this game and beat Gravison, you have a chance to not have to go to qualification and have to do that grind at all. Which would be fantastic, and I'm sure he's thinking the same thing. You know, how does that add to your pressure, to your nerves?
Yeah, I think it should add to Gravison's pressure more because the EU qualifiers are like the longest thing ever. It's like 20 hours a weekend, so yeah, don't let that get to you.
I love the trash talk.
Is Gravison. Messi goes down. Looks like Harry falls into the trap. Didn't look quite harsh. It was a ball roll into the tackle. He was always lunging the leg, Vieira.
As soon as the contact came in, you knew it was going to be a penalty.
Now Ruud Gullit will step up. It could be a gift of a goal for Gravison. Huge save by Allison.
Hashtag Harry might be the best penalty taker / saver in FIFA 20.
Because R9's going to peel off. Can he get around Van Dijk? Done so well there to get into this dangerous area. Messi back to goal, and it's in finally.
That is absolutely fantastic play. Honestly, the way that he worked that space down the right-hand side.
It's not the area he wants to shoot from. R9 into Messi. This could be dangerous, and it will be. On that left foot. You simply do not give that man any time in and around the box. A $4,000 penalty shootout and a chance to re-qualify yourself for FUT Champions Cup number 3. Gravison steps up first. It's saved by the feet of Allison.
Done and deaf.
The penalty drama goes on. Gravison to step up. Saved again. Score this. And you're into Championship Sunday, Harry. All the pressure lies on Zidane. Zidane steps up and Zidane will score. Hashtag Harry books himself a spot in FUT Champions Cup number 3. He takes one of the Masters spots and bags himself $7,500 and a place in Championship Sunday tomorrow.
Can you see what's running through his veins? It's not blood, it's ice.
I did tell Lyrics and Jamie last night that I was going to win the console, so that's still on. If every game's a penalty shootout, I don't think I'll lose again, to be honest.
The way that both of these players have been playing, we have to look at consistency and the fact that Jasari went 5-0 through the Swiss. He's still undefeated at this tournament at the moment, whereas Nraseck has taken a couple of losses.
Well, for Nraseck, a real opportunity here just to remind everyone how good he is. Oh, but a mistake there from Dasari might allow Nraseck to have the first big opportunity of the game. It's a 3v2 situation. Eusebio, a little bit selfish, but finally gets the pass off. And it's a mistake from Dasari. Here's Ronaldo into Gullit. Dasari starting to fly with Gullit.
is going to finish off a wonderful move from MS Dasari. And having made a mistake, to let that lead slip, Dasari shows us just how good he is. Nraseck is making some good choices here as Dasari. Oh, it's a mess at the back, and oh, he can't take advantage, but yes, he can. Well, he's a very aesthetically pleasing player, and Cruyff has scored an aesthetically pleasing goal. Dasari is looking amazing when he's moving towards goal. And Nraseck really doesn't have an answer. 2 mistakes from Dasari means it's at 2-2.
Dasari is looking the better player in this at the moment, but Nraseck has done enough to keep himself in it, and as long as you're within a goal at all times, you've always got a chance to actually steal this one.
Well, Nraseck has found R9 Ronaldo in space!
Dasari is bringing these fullbacks quite aggressively high up the pitch.
Blanc had to make that.
Oh,
no! Dasari has thrown it away! And you cannot expect to win an Xbox quarterfinal against a player of the caliber of Nraseck if you just give him Christmas presents early. Ronaldo wins it. He puts it out of play, and Nraseck will move into the Xbox semi-finals. What a performance from the German. And you can see just a look of relief on his face.
Ex-teammates there exchanging a handshake as well.
Yeah, he made some mistakes too, and yeah, I think it was a game we both made a bit mistakes, and yeah, I was a bit lucky. I scored some bad goals, but that's the game. I won. I'm really happy.
Well, looking at 2 of the best players currently in the world when it comes to FIFA 20. If you're wondering why there hasn't been a goal scored yet, tactically,
cancelling each other out at every opportunity.
They really are, Richard. Is there a mistake in one of these two's locker? Is yet to be seen. He went down early. R9's going to score.
He's gone to ground because he thought he was going to shoot with R9 on his left foot. He shifted it back.
It really is crazy, Richard, to look at the competition level. That tackle from Blanc being too early gives R9 the chance to just get in the right area. Oh, that's beautiful from Mbappe. Oh, it's going to be an open goal for him as well. A mistake from Lyrics and a little bit of trickery will be the difference to send Tex into the next round as he just stares straight down the camera lens. He does enough, and he will be not just in Championship Sunday, Richard, but will re-qualify himself again for another FUT Champions Cup in January.
We just finished with Xbox. Here is PS4. These are some of the games we'll be seeing next. And yeah, these are the opponents. This is what is going down.
First chance of the game is going to go to Paolo Neto. And if Mo Alba thought he was going to have an easy ride here, well, that's just not the case. Last year, Wiswere defended well, but at the moment, he's defending woefully. And Paolo Neto, it's just like a knife through hot butter. I don't mind that aggression in defence, because the way that I'm passing at the moment is brilliant to watch. Paolo Neto is putting on a show. Oh, a little mistake here. Semedo around the goalkeeper. 4-0 to Paolo Neto. But Pele has found Ruud Gullit. Mo Alba, this is what you needed. Now it's just 3 goals.
Can he do it against a defensive player? Because Mo isn't a defensive player. Mo knows he's not a defensive player. And Tuga and Dami very much are defensive players. Wonder whether they will be the kryptonite to Paolo Neto. Because he certainly looks like Superman after this game.
Well, that is going to be the final whistle. And that man on your screen, Paolo Neto. Not many people would have predicted that kind of performance and that kind of result. And sends Mo Alba home. Well, let's move over to our next game then. Tuga versus Dami. Legs of Kylian Mbappe. Well, it gets a piece of it, but it's going to fall here to Cruyff. Eusebio! The man from Poland. Oh, what a ball that is! And in extra time, this game has just been completely turned on its head. And the tackle from Zambrotta is enough for Dami to make it through. He was 10 minutes away from going out the tournament. But in extra time, he turned it around. And the Roma man stays alive.
Oh yeah, he scored the first goal, and in FIFA 20 on this level, most of the games are decided by the first goal or first 2 goals. I managed to come back somehow, but then I don't know, man. I'm just so bad at keeping the ball. I feel like I need to improve it so much for next qualifiers or next tournaments.
We are into this second leg now. 0-0. It's all to play for. Quarterfinal should be kicking off. Chance early on. Fantastic save on the rebound. Eusebio will get there. And finally, we have a breakthrough. NSE Vinny scoring it with Eusebio. You win this, you re-qualify for FUT Champions Cup 3. Pull it now into Messi. Surely a chance and surely a goal. Surely not back-to-back penalty shootouts in knockout football for Diogo. And it will be a penalty shootout.
Let's go with Neymar with the skanky run up to goal first. He makes his way around the ball. None of the pros like that run up. Vinny steps up and calmly slots it. This game, you don't know which way it's going.
Has to score, he misses. And NSE Vinny will book a spot in Championship Sunday for tomorrow. And another Brazilian will make it back again for FUT Champions Cup number 3. We're jumping over to our last quarterfinal now, in which we could be seeing another Brazilian player, Richard, making more history for South America. This could be game over. Monegabo has come out and really playing free at the back. Will Gabriel be able to capitalise on it though? Smart from him playing it back. He's seconds away now from earning himself 800 Global Series ranking points. A spot in the last 4 to be returning back to FUT Champions Cup number 3.
This game up 4-2. Monegabo crashes out in the quarterfinals, and another Brazilian makes their mark here in Bucharest.
We got 4 players left. Perry is taking on Crazy. Crazy's undefeated, the only undefeated player left in the whole competition. And we're going to jump over to Xbox. We have Nraseck taking on Fnatic's Pex. And then we have Vinny. He's going to be taking on his Brazilian compatriot, Gabriel. Coming up after the break, we're going to find out who's going to win this trophy and $50,000.
You can almost touch the trophy. Yeah, well, just don't, because it's console semi-final time now. We've already seen so many upsets. Can we be set for even more?
It is Clash Crazy against #Harry. Here comes Crazy early on, and he will score. Oh no! Just bringing the goods for the Italian. With that right foot, smashes it past Alisson. An incredible turnaround from him. And the way he was able to attack as well against an attacking player like Houston was just remarkable. Here he comes now. What a save. No! He saved it to the back of the net from Alisson. I thought he just got enough on that. Hand side at the moment. He'll get on the ball again, in and around the box for him. R9, it's always a guessing game. Cristiano Ronaldo. Once again.
Everything is coming from that side.
That's the full-time whistle.
Clash Crazy will go on one step further than he did at FUT Champions Cup Stage 1 as he does win that match 4-1, $15,000 in his back pocket. And more importantly, 1.4 thousand Global Series points. There's the Italian celebration. They're enjoying themselves.
You stood so close to the FUT Champions Cup. How are you going to get your hands on it? What are you going to have to do to ensure this goes back with you home this evening?
It's a secret, so keep focused because we want to have fun with you. So
The attacking flair of Paolo Neto was terrifying yesterday. Does have one of the most impressive defensive records in this tournament, does Dami. He's only conceded 11 goals so far. In 5 of those matches, only conceding 1 goal across 2 legs.
Neymar then into Messi! And the commentator's curse will strike Dan Gaskin. Cruyff now gets it onto that right foot, and Johan Cruyff might have just sent Paolo Neto into our console final. And the Samba spirit lives on here in Bucharest. Paolo Neto will find his way into the PlayStation 4 final.
Still credit to Romas Dami though for getting his highest placement, I think, ever in the Global Series, getting into those semi-finals. We will see him again at FUT Champions Cup Stage 3 next year.
And heading into the final, one question will put you on the spot. Have you watched any of Crazy's gameplay? Have you talked to the coaching staff? Is there anything new that you're going to maybe implement into this finale?
Yeah, I watched his last game with Harry. He plays very well. He didn't lose in the tournament, but I'm not scary, so I think that will be a great match.
I lost to Muller in the tournament on penalties, but I played him many times. He battered me one time 7-1 in a semi-final in Bucharest. So it's not looking good on paper, but hopefully we can win it.
There's only a handful of players that can maybe stop Tex on his day, and Nraseck has got to be top of that list at the moment for me. Every single time it's a tournament here, he seems to pretty much go the long way.
He always performs, he always delivers, does Tex in Bucharest.
Someone else that seems to deliver in Bucharest as well. It's going to be Nraseck, and he's going to get this game underway. 10 minutes in, and he already leads by 1-0. Here's a chance now for Eusebio for him. Cuts back inside. There's the killer pass, and there's R9. Just as we expected, we are in for a thriller. USA representative is Nraseck back to goal. Little scoop turn from Eusebio. Scoop turn into the finish. It's absolute magic from the Portuguese icon.
Beautiful goal, lovely fake shot. Smashed past the goalkeeper with the left foot.
What performance from the German.
Yeah, great performance. You're probably thinking only 2-1, but probably should have been 3-4.
Real chance to get near Tex's defensive third. That's a great ball into Pele. Can Pele finish here? Yes, he can. Fantastic start once again from Nraseck. He went 1-0 up in quick succession in game 1, and he's been able to do exactly the same in leg number 2. That's a 2-goal advantage, Richard. That is massive. Here's Hull on the edge of the box. That's a great ball into R9 all the way across. That's fantastic. Fanatic Tex, take a bow.
Yeah, great goal from Tex, hitting him back straight from the kickoff.
Just feel like Nraseck wants one more goal in this game just to kill it off.
Awful
This could be
touch.
it. This could be the match winner. Pele, can he get it past Alisson? Yes, he can. And you just saw the outpour of emotion from the German Nraseck. Maybe he thinks he has done enough to book himself a spot in a console final. Nraseck wants another. Will he get one? Just holding the ball up with Pele. Tex knows it's game over. Unfortunately, he will be crashing out the competition. Did make it into Championship Sunday. Did pick up 800 Global Series points. But unfortunately, he won't be getting his name back on that FUT Champions Cup. Commiserations to Tex. Still entertained us all weekend long. Kept us guessing in day 1. Was he going to go out in Swiss? Of course he wasn't. Breezed past in day 2. And of course, did get stopped.
He said, this is your tournament, you have to win this one. I mean, it's 2 more games and I have to play the winner of the other semi-final, the 2 Brazilian. I already played Vinny in the Swiss where I beat him. So maybe we will see a rematch.
30 seconds left in game, and we're now over that allotted time. And at the end of our first leg here in the Xbox semi-final, no goals, and not a lot of action to report either. Vinny can work his way towards goal. Can he carve out a chance? Scooped up here. Pele gets the ball back to Eusebio. Inside the 18-yard box, pulls it back! And there is the goal for Vinny. Finally, something to celebrate.
And of all people, it's Zambrotta.
And there is the final whistle. It was just one goal that separated these two players, but Vinny holds on, and he will go into the Xbox final to take on Nraseck.
The tension here is really growing because we have just 3 matches left before we find out who is going to be crowned the FUT Cup 2 champion.
But before we get to the grand final, let's find out who is going to be the PS4 and Xbox champions.
You can see Clash Crazy there, average 3.4 goals scored a match. Paolo Nito, though, what a tournament he's been having. He's Clash Crazy now with Pele! We have a breakthrough. 74 minutes on the clock. And that will be the first game brought to a close in which Clash Crazy will lead by a goal to nil. All smiles around the Clash camp at the moment. I'm sure outside in the studio as well, they'll all be smiling at the moment because he is leading 1-0. But Paolo Nito must be thinking, you know what? I did have chances in that game, and we've said it before, we thought he looked like the stronger player. This is his chance now. Time is running out for the Brazilian. Paolo Nito, trailing by a goal to nil, needs a little bit of magic.
He's going to get one more goal kick. If he wins the flick on.
It's Johan Cruyff. Vieira will win it, and Clash Crazy will book himself a spot in a cross-console final. But more importantly, he will be your PlayStation 4 champion from FUT Champions Cup Stage 2. And Richard, he still remains unbeaten.
Programmed in the robot, and you see it in the robot. I don't know what that was, but we'll take it.
I don't know where these celebrations are coming from.
Now, it's all good being able to do it on the PlayStation, but obviously going into the cross-console final, you've got to play Xbox as well. How confident do you feel on that?
Mi sono allenato su Xbox, però darò sempre
The control is going to change, so why not win?
They did play each other, these two, in the Swiss phase. It was a victory for Nraseck. One last attack, perhaps, but with that going into the chest of Cruyff, I imagine this is probably going to be the half-time whistle, but okay. Looks like the referee wants to let it play, but Vinny doesn't. Instead, he just puts it out himself. I have 45 minutes gone. First half in this Xbox final. No shots for Nraseck. For all we've talked about him being so good going forward and how amazing he looked with his attacking flair against Tegs, he has not been able to do this.
R9 drop deep. There's a little run here from Johan Cruyff. He stops up. He goes inside! Beautiful patience from Vinny. And when the chance comes in the final, you have to be as cold as ice.
How many players would have hit it there? First time with Cruyff, tried to beat the goalkeeper.
Well, here's Eusebio. R9, massive chance for Nraseck! And his patience pays off. The Germans level here in the Xbox final.
In time again.
The advantage is going to be played here by the referee, and Lionel Messi is going to take advantage of that. Messi turns back inside. You wondered if he could create. It's Eusebio! Nraseck has turned the game on its head. Lionel Messi, the provider. Eusebio with the finish. Stake here. Is there time enough for Vinny to go forward? He has to go forward, and he doesn't do it. And Nraseck, from one down in this tie, has turned it around. And Nraseck is your Xbox champion.
It was really important to me to win because I've been 3 times in the Xbox final before and I've never won it. So now it's the first time I've won. So I'm just really happy right now.
Now we're down to our final 2.
We will be adding a new name onto the FUT Champions Cup.
And the first opportunity for a new nation as well. Currently, we've only ever had France, Saudi Arabia and England on that trophy. Italy has its time. Or will it be Nraseck, the man who has almost got to the summit of the mountain but always seems to fall short?
Is that he's now top of the Global Series rankings. He's gone above for Filza. He's in pole position on the PlayStation 4.
It's been a fantastic tournament, it really has, for Clash Crazy. Look how he made it through the bracket play. Look at him, he looks so relaxed. This is just another day at the office for him.
Does he know he's about to play a final? Here we go. After 3 long days of action, we are now in our grand final. $50,000 up for grabs and a chance to call yourself a champion and to get your name on that FUT Champions Cup. Clash Crazy, who is still yet to lose in this tournament. 5-0 in Swiss, and since that game he has not looked back once. Look at R9, he's peeling off. You can just see Maldini trying to follow him. It's going to fall into R9 though. There's the drag back. Surely a goal for Nraseck. Just 10 minutes before the game ends. That will be leg one concluded from this cross-console final. Nraseck with a very slight advantage on his home console will now jump over to the PlayStation 4.
It's going to be a fascinating second leg.
Yeah, it really is, of course. You know, Clash Crazy, one of the highest scorers in the competition. 28 he scored across all of his matchups. 5-0 in the Swiss formats. As we said, Richard, he's only suffered a defeat against one player in this whole global series so far for this year, and that has been for Filza. And if anything, that was back at the last FUT Champions Cup because he hasn't tasted a defeat today. Nraseck, though, a man for knockout football. He seems like he just thrives in the knockouts. We've seen him so many times, FIFA 17, 18, 19, into this year as well in FIFA 20. He's always making knockouts. He's always just been that one step off the mark, though. Is this his time to see out one leg of FIFA and to become a champion?
Fascinating game. Don't know which way it's going to go. This is what competitive FIFA is all about at the top level.
Eusebio has found that ball into R9. Fake shot into the finish. Nraseck. Superb in the final third once again. And you can just see that goal has kind of taken the wind out of him. He didn't expect to go 1-0 up in this second leg. He now leads by 2-0. And he really is in pole position to go and win this tournament. Once again, he will win the ball back. Get rid of it, though, because Messi's going to add the press on. This could be a chance for Clash Crazy. Has to score it!
What a save, Yashin! Hold the phone.
Just a goal!
That had to go in. Had to go in for Pele right there. Was it just...
It is finally time for this man to realise how good he is. Neymar, drag back into the finish. No, ricochets off the post. Referee, bring this game to a halt. Nraseck should be a champion. We're waiting for the final whistle. Headsets off. He knows what he has just achieved, Richard Buckley. Referee, blow up for full time. Nraseck, congratulations. You are the FUT Champions Cup champion here in Bucharest for stage 2. And it's thoroughly deserved.
The culmination of 3 years of nearlies, of close shaves. Nraseck finally gets his hands on a FUT Champions Cup and finally is the man.
Thought it was possible actually, but my first goal was to get top 4, and after that I wanted to see what can happen. I know I was playing really good in the first FUT Champions Cup. I was really confident going into this tournament, and yeah, I made it, I won it.
You did indeed. Amazing stuff throughout the entire tournament. This is your moment right now. That is yours. The FUT Champions Cup Stage 2 trophy. This is yours. Here is your winner, Nraseck.
Wow, we have a brand new name on the FUT Champions Cup trophy, and that name is Nraseck, aka NR7.
I don't think any of us would have predicted that. He didn't have an easy route either. He had to take down Nraseck once and Tex twice on the way to lifting this beautiful trophy.
Yes, it was an amazing end to another dramatic FUT Champions Cup. So from Bucharest, that's goodbye from us.
Ronaldo, nothing fortunate about that one for Crazy. Samba spirit lives on here in Bucharest.
Nraseck with a first-class performance.
Inside the 18-yard box, pulls it back!
Clash Crazy will book himself a spot in a cross-console final.
It's Eusebio!